So the drill we're going to talk about now is what we determine is the right arm swing, or trail arm, sorry, left-handers. It's the rear arm or the trail arm in the golf swing. Most of us right-handed, so I'm going to talk about right hand at the moment. So the right hand swing is an interesting one, as it actually helps you get an understanding of how the hand and arm works in the golf swing. The trail arm, as I said, the right hand for most right-handers, or for all right-handers, is actually the most important arm in the golf swing. And what it shows you is that in reality is that as complicated as we can make the golf swing, it really is just a throw. So basically the golf swing, you're actually just throwing the club at the ball without letting go of it. And with the right arm swings, you can use it for a number of feels. The one we're going to use today is to help you with your release, a very common problem that people have. One of the reasons I release the club early and lose valuable power is that they don't use their hand correctly and have the wrong pressures in it. So we're going to use the right arm throw feel to demonstrate to you how that actually, or how the arm should function and how that will actually enable you to release the club correctly. A lot of the really good players will actually hit golf balls one-handed, and they'll be working on it for maybe some slightly different reason, but a very, very good drill for you to do.
One of the very common problems we have with golfers, of course, is the early release. And a lot of it comes about by not really understanding how we use our hands and arms correctly. And particularly with golf is that the tendency, because of the difficult nature of the game, is to feel like we've got to control the club. And generally to control it, our hands are the only thing touching it. We actually will grip the club very, very tightly and feel like we need to control it from here. And often the problem is that we tend to use our thumbs a lot to control the club. And I find this very, very common with a lot of ladies. One is for control, the other is that a lot of the ladies in particular don't feel like they're strong enough to swing the club without squeezing it. So what I'm going to talk about here is a very simple drill you can use to give you an understanding of how the hands work in the swing and how they should actually function. And primarily, if I go back to my talk then about the thumbs, if I'm squeezing hard with my thumbs and I get to the top of my backswing, the thumbs are tight here. This often causes the left arm to collapse. And very, very much as I push down with the thumbs, the club will naturally release early. So the drill that we're going to cover off on here is what we call the right arm swing. A right arm swing for right-handers, sorry, left-handers, left-hand swing for left-handers, or if you like, we call this the trail arm. And the trail arm is the most important arm in the golf swing. It's the only one that's actually folding and then straightening. But a very, very simple drill is to actually grab the club. I'm going to turn the club around again here and just swing the club one-handed. And I'm going to take it to the top of the backswing. And I'm actually in a position here where I feel like I'm actually going to throw the club into the ground. And we can make the golf swing seem as complicated as we like, but realistically it's just a throw. We're throwing the club without letting go of it. So if I turn the club around the right way and I swing it back just one-handed, and I take the club to the top, is that my thumb has no control of the club at all. In fact, it's the back of my right hand here is exactly the same as if I was throwing. And this is a very, very good exercise for golfers to practice. Some of the best players in the world will actually hit shots right-handed to get this part of the swing working correctly. So if you don't want to hit shots, I suggest you do this as a practice exercise. If you're fearful that you're not quite strong enough, you can always, again, turn the club around, make some swings at home, and just feel like it's a throw, and you'll feel this natural bend of the right wrist. And that bend of the right wrist is very, very important when it comes to releasing the club correctly. So here we have Aaron using the right arm drill, working his golf swing. We use this drill a lot as we're rebuilding his golf swing back to what it was when he was a youngster. And what Aaron you'll see here is that when he's swinging the club, is that what he's feeling at the top of the backswing is the natural 90-degree angle formed between the upper arm and lower arm, the bend of his right wrist. For him, it's a real balance point, feeling his right shoulder as well. So it's a total balanced position. The good feel it gives Aaron here is on the way down, it creates in his mind the actual width that he needs to shallow out his downswing. Aaron will practice hitting balls like this as he works his way to middle irons and such, where he can actually draw and fade the ball just one-handed.
Yeah.